The past week has been pretty eventful for the world of crypto. Not because something absolutely crazy was just announced, except for the fact that some cryptos all of a sudden, some altcoins started popping off again, and we saw a couple of really big gainers, and really the entirety of the crypto market finally started showing some green again, which was long overdue. Now, let me tell you though, that what we're seeing right here is not necessarily the bull market continuing. But we've seen some signs, and tomorrow will make this even more clear, that the market is in a really good spot. And this is basically what I provided to you guys in a video a couple of days ago, where I stated that every single time the market has a massive engulfing candle like what we saw just last week, it tends to really lead into a pretty crazy rush. And even though it's not a guarantee, we are still in a very good spot because the fundamentals are there too. And that brought me to an interesting point. When I talk about the fundamentals of bull or bear, or what phase we are currently in, the fact that we're in, not the election year itself, what we're in those midterm years, and what the Bitcoin price or crypto prices usually do. With that reasoning in mind, we specified before, at the beginning, the first half of this year would most likely be bad. And actually, still right now, if we're looking at the real theory, it still should be kind of bad. When should things turn around? Well, if we're looking back at Bitcoin's history, and this usually is also when altcoins pop off, we can actually calculate it pretty easily. All we do is take a look at where usually in previous cycles, the markets start to hit an all-time high. And that's usually about a third or so into the cycle. So we take a look from the halving, how far, and let's see here, about 52 bars, about a year or so in. All right, second halving, how many bars, how many weeks did we get? We got ourselves here about 72 bars. So 504 days rather than exactly 1 year. Now for the third time, let's see, we got ourselves about 76 bars. Again, 530 days. If we take a look at the next halving, where was it? Well, the peak was reached about 511 days in, 73 bars. We expected this, we predicted this. I made tons of videos talking about starting to sell from January 1st, 2025, which would have turned out. What we were basically saying at the time is that the theory shows that if you start selling 1% of your remaining balance starting January 1st, that will most likely be a really good idea. Now, the moment that it rolled around, all of a sudden ETFs had gotten approved and we started to push it back by about half a year. That was the prediction, that about August of 2025 was going to be the all-time high. Now, it turns out it was October, but still the point that I specified back then, which was to sell at this point, sell at that point, turned out to be really right. And here's the thing. I didn't fully listen to my own advice. I mean, I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I talk about here is my own journey, what I think is smart, what I think makes sense. And we're talking about what happened in the past, just spotting patterns. That does not mean I'm perfect in trading or a perfect human being. And now, when we're talking about the current landscape of the crypto market, all we've been saying for a while now is that in theory, every time previously, the market went down for roughly a year. Let's again look at the numbers. We had the peak in November 2013. The lowest point came 600 and, actually the lowest point is usually, for this one, not exactly the same, but I guess it starts right here. So if we take the 2017 cycle, which is the one that most people witnessed, before it was a lot completely different actually, especially the landscape of the altcoins as well. But still the idea kind of counts of the first drop here, the major drop. On some exchanges, this is the real drop, right? We can say here that it was roughly 427 days, 61 weeks. So a little bit over by about 9 weeks or so for a year, but you get it. This we're on right here. Exactly 51, 52 bars, depending of course on the exchange, whether or not which one is the exact perfect candle. Could be slightly different, but let's just say between 51 to 53 weeks on that one right there. And then if we take the 2021 cycle, it kind of seems a lot shorter, but when you look at it, it again is roughly about 51 weeks or so from top to bottom. And if we take a look at that from this cycle right here, the top, again, if we take a look at the 51 or so bars, we would lead to a bottom in roughly September or so of this year. But here's the kicker. Every single time the runs look slightly different, and what we expected was that since this run here in terms of the top was also really not as crazy as we expected, but perhaps just got blocked by the massive liquidity issues, which were mostly caused by one exchange, but let's not name that too much right here. Maybe since that happened, that the downside was actually also not going to be as severe. Now, we did expect in some instances that the market was going to recover, but basically you expect that to happen when some signs are showcasing and sometimes when you get certain patterns to evolve. And in this case here, nowhere within these major dips, and the last time that we saw it was here back in April or so of 2025, right? Nowhere within this dip did we see the proper engulfing candle structure, except for right here, March 2026, which is the only time that I really flipped bullish in this endeavor here again. There's actually one occasion really early into the fall, which is like this phase of really not believing that what you're seeing happening is happening. But as you most likely saw from my videos back then as well, I really didn't make as many videos because the market was so uncertain. It was really bad times because all the money was just taken out, and really, there's kind of a big question as to how it was going to pick itself back up because of all the damage that was done. And that does not mean that I didn't think it was going to recover, but I did think it may last a very long time. Anyway, this was a pretty big indicator that we saw back in March 2026, only to be broken by the exact same indicator in May 2026, at which point things looked really bad. The thing is, it looked really bad here in January 2026 as well, because I really like the engulfing candle structure. Just for the more major overview, because one thing that I got pointed to, or what I pointed out last time, if you take a look at every single time this engulfing candle pattern happens at major supports, major resistances, it turns out to be a pretty accurate buy point every single time. That does not mean it's always marking the bottom successfully. It just means that statistically throughout time here, you would have been pretty well off buying those patterns. Here's the kicker though. This is a thing that many people fail to understand. Just because these patterns show themselves in a beautiful manner does not mean that just because you have an 80% win rate that the next time it's going to hit. But also, just because a pattern showcases itself doesn't actually mean, even though it's a really good one, that it's actually better than buy and hold. One thing people like to overdo is looking for a really specific setup and just following that. When in reality, I always say it like this. Scalpers, long-term traders, just swing traders, any single one of these things can work. Find a strategy that works for you and stick to it. But always realize that there is always the option, if you're not a trader at all and you don't like it, to just buy and hold, because it turns out that especially if you only take bigger swing trades, that it could very well be that you're better off just buying and holding. I personally am a very big fan of trading, buying into these type of patterns because I do them very significantly. I put a lot of money on the line. I buy in very freaking big because I do believe it's going to work out. And this is one of the strongest patterns. Even if we're wrong right now, I do believe we're close enough to a bottom. And this again is what I called out at 57.5K. I said, this is the buy point. Now, again, do I know for sure it's not going to go lower? No. If you look back a couple of videos ago, this is just where I said, hey, all of a sudden, the market's starting to shift. Some coins are popping up. Even though the market at that point it was 58.something K, still moving down, it's starting to look different. This could be a very good buying opportunity. And like I said if it lasts one more day, we're going to start doing a stream and doing some very interesting buys together. But unfortunately, we did not get enough time. If the markets go back to 57K, will we all of a sudden start buying in heavily? No, because that's another thing that many people get wrong. Just because the price is back to an area that you really liked doesn't mean that the second time the setup is the same. And in this case here right now, if the market were to come back down right now, this very strong indicator and this reversal has now been invalidated. This could happen still tomorrow, for example, as well. If the candle after the reversal is, in this case, red again, it's a lot less nice, because what you see in a lot of these patterns, the moment it starts to engulf, it just continues on many weeks in a row. One right here, so the red engulfing, right? If we kind of zoom in just a little bit for you guys to see a little bit better. What we saw right here, engulfing candle, another red, another red, another red. In this case here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7, maybe 6 or 7, 6 in a row. Here we got an engulfing 1, 2, 3, 4, one breaker, and then let's just say 4 in this case in a row. In this case, engulfing 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row. You get it. That's what you want to see. Doesn't always have to be the case. In this case here, you can see it was only 3 in a row, but that actually also was not a massive bottom. It was actually a local low, but I actually don't like to trade those at all because it's a higher low. You can see right here, we made ourselves the high, got a low, we got ourselves a higher high, and then also a higher low. Even though that's a dip, it's not one of the strongest ones. But again, another fact there, even though it's nice to buy within, let's say, this bottom right here, when you're actually seeing the dip, for example, when you're breaking below the previous heights, let's say, that's nice to buy because you're officially getting lower prices. It's also not a really bad idea to buy into the confirming candle, to buy this one right here. Because like I said before, it turns out, if you look at the past, that the moment you get the confirmation, it usually tends to last for multiple candles in a row. And so that's also one of the nicest ones to buy into, or right after that one's confirmed, so right after tomorrow, if it ends up green again, you have to, of course, watch out for this resistance right here at roughly 65 point something thousand, because we bounced off of there just a couple weeks ago. But that's, again, one of the easier, nicer areas to, statistically speaking, be buying. Again, this is not finished advice. It's just my opinion, of course. And by the way, a little fun fact, you can also, of course, set this all up with AI if you were to want to. Now, I've got a little bit of a guide on how to do it, but as you can see right here from just the chart, this is all done by AI. It can set up everything for you if you want. It can also trade all your strategies for you. It can also set up all your strategies for you, or do all the testing, as you can see right here, for simple strategies or even difficult ones, really. And if you want a bit more information on that, just check out the first link I've left down in the description below. It's just about bot trading and about just using AI and all your trading stuff. It's really worth it. It's really pretty cool. And if you're looking for a crypto exchange to trade on, the one I use the most is 𝗏𝗏, which I've linked right here. Again, this is one of those trading setups that actually works really well with leverage in my own personal opinion. It's just what I personally use. But hey, take a look at it for yourself. You get some nice bonuses just for signing up. There's a couple of other exchanges too if you like them. Link is down below. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video today. Just know this, what we're seeing right now, is a really nice territory again, because a lot of those signs they're showcasing, which is the sentiment is good. Some meme coins, some TikTok, some Instagram, some hype is getting built up. And every single time Bitcoin kind of comes down, altcoins don't go down as much. And altcoins kind of have a life on their own. Even if Bitcoin is neutral, altcoins are flowing. But like today, a lot of altcoins were neutral, but Bitcoin is up. Really nice to see. Really nice to see. Good market, good times again. And if the market were to fall down right now, I'd still be pretty bullish until our thesis gets invalidated. But right now, like I've been saying, since 57.5K here right now, things are looking pretty good again.